Welcome back to your orientation for Office 101. This part 2 is just going to cover the assignments and how to do the assignments in MyIT Lab. And this is something that you want to do every week. One thing is important with completing these particular assignments is that you do have multiple attempts. You can redo any of these assignments multiple times. You'll see that when we go in to take a look at the trainings that you'll complete in here, the scenarios and quizzes, as well as the graded homework assessments. The only ones that you do not have multiple attempts at are the capstone and the final exam, but everything else you will be able to do more than once. So let's take a look at this assignment calendar. So on the assignment calendar, this is the first one that's due on the 25th. Now what I've done with this particular assignment is to have you to go through and just review some information from the first part of your textbook. Again, remember, you want to go ahead and get your 14-day free access, get started right away. If you have the textbook, you can go ahead and get registered for MyIT Lab and start your work. But anyway it goes, everyone should be able to begin this week. So the end of the chapter quiz, you just go to the end of the chapter quiz. This Windows quiz is not going to be part of your grade book, but it'll give you a chance to practice how the quizzes are completed. So you just click on the quiz, and I'm not going to complete the full quiz, but you just go through and match the items. Can you use your textbook for this? Of course. And when you finish, you just finish and submit for grading. All right, and I'm just going to say I'm finished anyway. But you're going to complete the quizzes, as well as it'll tell you what your percent is, what you've done. And then, of course, you can return to the course, view your summary, or go back and take the quiz again. Again, you can repeat any one of these. Now, one thing I did not tell you at the first part of this, when we went into MyIT Lab, is that this is something that's really important. You need to be in Firefox as your browser. Please do not use Google Chrome. You will find you're going to have issues. It's not going to work. Again, if you have Mac, you need to go through on the home page of the main menu, and I'll go back to that so you can see it. You want to find out how to set up MyIT Lab on your computer, especially if you're using the Mac. If you're using a PC, it should work just fine as long as you use Mozilla Firefox as your browser. Microsoft Edge seems to work, but I would still think stay into Firefox. It does, I guess it was programmed into that. That's why it works better. But let's go back to our assignment calendar. Back to assignment calendar, I showed you the quiz. All right, so I'm going to go again, take a look at what's going to be due the following week. And as you can see, your calendar is quite full. So on the 3rd, March 3rd, this is an assignment that is due. All right, these right here where you see a link are just videos. It's just videos to walk you through the projects. So it's going to review information in the projects. So if you go through the practice assignments, because this is the steps you should take. Let's say you're starting Microsoft Word. You go to chapter 1, Microsoft Word. You have 1A, which is the first part of it, and 1B is the second part of it. So in 1A, there's going to be a word problem for you to go through. So it's going to introduce Microsoft Word, all the commands, the windows, everything for Microsoft Word. Then after it introduces that in your textbook, it's going to have you a step-by-step project you're going to work through. So it's going to have you to enter text, because it's basically a flyer you're going to complete. It's going to have you to format that information. It's going to have you to insert clip art. It's going to have you to format the clip art. So if you do that on your computer at home before you get to the MyIT Lab assignments, it's going to be much easier for you. Then when you start your MyIT Lab assignments, you will go through again, look at the video. And so this is going to be just a walkthrough. It's a video. It's going to take you through everything that you should have learned in that part A part. And if I click on starting, it's going to take me through and walk me through just general things you should have learned. All right, so I'm going to click off that. but you should view those. If you don't view them, it's not part of your grades, but it will help you. So let's say you view your videos. Then you go to your assignment that is due. And remember, you can do all these assignments ahead of time. And know there is a scroll bar, so that means there might be assignments below. I've had students to go through and say, I didn't see those assignments. Well, they're there. So make sure you scroll down and see everything. So this is an assignment such as the grader homework. Because remember, you have a quiz, you have grader homework, grader assessment. And then we'll come back and look at the training and the scenarios. This is a grader homework project. Again, this is just for the office part, just introducing the office to you. You'll see a window such as this. On this window, what you're going to do, this is downloading your starting materials. So you should download these to your desktop. And you should download all of the files to your desktop. And then, of course, you can open those. Or you can save it to your desktop. So you'll find that you will have in Word instructions, and you will have the file that it wants you to use. And so if I go in and take a look at this, it opens into Microsoft Word. Again, you have to have this downloaded on your computer. All right, these are the instructions. It's going to tell you and give you a rubric of what it is that you have to do and how many points. Not that many things that you have to do, but it tells you to open this, complete these activities, complete this, complete this, complete this. All right, and so that's part of it. And I'll go back to the actual assignment itself. Here it is. You open that in Microsoft Word, enable editing, and then of course do whatever it tells you to do. So then I have both open in Word, and I can go through and do what it says to do. All right, and this is in your textbook. So you'll find these activities 1.02 and 1.03 in your textbook, and you'll just go through and complete it. Again, these are the practice assignments, not in your grade book, but to get you started. So those are the materials. You download it, you work on it, then you upload it. All right. When you upload, you choose the file that you're going to upload. So let's say I did do the assignment. I'm just going to pick a file. So let me go to my desktop and see if I can just find a Word file. All right, I'll just take this. I mean, it's not the file, but it's a Word file. I'm going to open that file. I'm going to click on upload. You have to do that. It has to say that it was uploaded. Once it's uploaded, you have to submit it for grading. So then you click on submit for grading, and it tells you you have submitted it for grading. So you need to do that for each one of your assignments. Make sure you put the correct assignment with the correct file. Now, I know that file is wrong. I know when I go into it, look at the grade for that assignment, because it did grade it for me. So let me close out of it, excuse me. So I can go and view my submission. And of course I have 0% because guess what? I didn't do anything right. I put in the wrong file anyway. So you should always take a look at your percentage. Then once you go into your percentage, it's going to tell you the things you were supposed to do and how many points you've lost. I will say always go to the live comments report. The live comments is going to tell you specifically what it is you did wrong and what should have been there, so that you can go back and correct your work. That is so important. So these are the things that were pretty much on the activities 102, 103. And so it's telling me none of this information was there. I didn't do anything, so that's why I lost all these points. And these are all the things I should have done here. So none of this information was there. So I would just need to go back and guess what? Make sure all that is in there. And see that? I made all these mistakes. So just let me know that's everything I've done incorrect. You can go back, open your submitted file. Once you see what you've done wrong, excuse me, you can download the submitted file, open that up, whatever, and of course you can see it's the wrong file I put in. I can open the file, correct the file, resave it, and upload it a second time. And that's what you should do, because once you go through, take a look at your grade, and you didn't like that grade, it was terrible, all right, you could go back and resubmit the file. And you resubmit the file by just clicking on the link here. After you've made the corrections, of course, choose the file. Again, upload the file. Again, the wrong file again. And then once it's uploaded, you want to make sure you upload it completely and then submit it for grading. You have, every time you do this, it's taking away the chance. So I believe for your homework, you have 3 chances. So just make sure when you upload the second time, you're uploading the correct file. So you have 3 chances for your homework. I believe it's 2 chances for your assessment. And your assessments are done exactly like the homework. Okay, these are PowerPoints, again, within MIT Lab, and the audio ones are there as well. So what else do you have to do other than the homework, assessment, and quizzes? You have to also do training and scenarios. So I'm going to click on that so you'll get a chance to see, make sure I go to the right date, the trainings that you're going to do. You have to do the training for both projects, A and B. So if you're going to do the finish A and B for Chapter 1 of Word, you click on the training. And the training is to repeat what it is you did far as your practice assignment. So it's going to take you step by step to actually practice those particular assignments. So what it's going to do is over here to the right, it says display a Microsoft Word document. So you have to click on display a document. Once you display the document, it's going to tell you to do type internships available and then press enter 2 times. Now, one thing about the trainings is that if you don't do it correctly, of course, it's going to let you know, you have to spell everything correctly. Everything you do here has to be spelled exactly right. Capital letters, lowercase letters. If you don't do that, it's not going to let you move on. So you press enter a couple times. All right, then it goes to the next point. But let's say I don't know how to do those things, all of them. So one thing you will find that you do have, and I'm going to bring this down so you can see it, you have something called learning aids. It's only in your training. So your learning aids, if I forgot what I learned to do in practicing the assignments, I can go to the learning aids and I can read the instructions, I can watch a video, I can practice. Let's say I've watched a video. It's going to take me step by step in what it is I should be doing for this particular task. So it's telling me activity 101.
Start a new blank document. Click blank document.
So those are the learning aids. It's only available in the training. You can save your trainings and you can save it for later and submit it later on. Once you submit it, you're getting a grade. So I would say save it, go back, finish it, and then submit it. All right, so that is your training. You also are going to have what they call simulations. So let me go back and do this and get to the simulation. So I only have 1 minute left, so I can show this to you. So I'm going to go to the simulation, and that's the simulation exam. I don't want to click on it. It's just like your training, but you do not have your learning aids. And once you start it, you must complete it. You can't stop and start the simulation exam. It is an exam, but it's going to take you through the process one more time. So I hope this video has helped you to get started with the course. Again, if you have any problems or questions, you can always email me. Just remember, get your 14-day free access. After you get your 14-day free access, begin your assignments. Please don't wait till the last moment to submit your assignments. Good luck. Have fun in the course.